Hi, I'm Colin Ong. Currently, food prices in Singapore is rising. When you buy a cup of coffee, Singapore we call it kopi o. Kopi o for me, I drink kopi o kosong. In layman terms, means black coffee, no milk, no sugar. Kopi o kosong. It has gone up to $1.20. So food prices have gone up, and people are saying that our wages do not go up um, the same way as food prices. So how can we cope? How will our children cope? So this is 2022 and we just hit the early stages of June 2022. What can we do? So I have two suggestions. The first suggestion is for Singapore hawkers. During the beginning of the pandemic, which is 2020, maybe March, April, many people were very worried about our hawkers because our hawkers, many of them, at most they employ one or two people, very small operations, and they can't compete with restaurants and franchise. And many of them, they become food hawkers for various reasons, but we look at them as the heartbeat, the soul of Singapore. So everybody was worried for them, and as a nation, we encourage them to go online and to use the food delivery service to broaden up their customer base because of the lockdown, and people weren't encouraged to go to hawker centers, and the footfall fell for them. So we're worried. Now we are talking about 2022. So what I'm trying to understand as an economist is 2 years ago, nation worried for hawkers. Some hawkers, they left the industry. 2022, Ukraine war, with Ukraine-Russia war, prices of wheat goes up. And without a single thought, uh, chicken imports from Malaysia fell, potentially price of fish goes up. Without even a thought, food prices go up. Without a thought. And what is to me sad is that there's an expectation that consumers should rightfully pay more. But what if the hawkers were to, out of goodwill, have tiered pricing? So initially, a plate of wanton mee noodles could be $3. All right, the hawker may want to increase to 350, 380. Why don't you have one pricing of $3, but give less and then go up 350, 380, and then you have your normal portions? But what I'm trying to say is there must be a creative way in which the hawkers should have their pricing so that the customers who are tight in their budgeting can still pay for the same amount but willing to take less. So that's what I hope that hawkers can do. Different pricing and smaller portions. Maybe people can at least fill their tummy for lunch and all that. Number one. Number two, if you're a parent, what can you do? I think parents, for lunch, you should actually creatively ask your children to make their own lunches. All right. Why must lunch be at a particular fast food or a particular food court? Why can't children be empowered to create lunches? Maybe they can they can choose their favorite bread, um, their favorite spread. They can put their favorite meats, or if they're vegans and vegetarians, they can use avocado and all that. Why don't we use this opportunity to teach our young to have at least one healthy meal, lunch, and children would then slowly want to have healthier breakfast, healthier dinner, and then voila, a very bad situation becomes the beginning of enlightenment, right? Food enlightenment for our youth. What do you think?